Sawadika. My name is Mintus Orhel and I'm the Executive Director of Women's Education for Advancement and Empowerment Foundation, otherwise known as WEAVE. And I work with a team of local Thai and ethnic staff in the 3 provinces in northern Thailand. Our work allows us to live and laugh with our refugee partners and many times devastated seeing their plight and hearing their sad stories. Yet we are also highly inspired by their stories of hope and aspiration to self-determination. One of the many things I learned being at WEAVE is how complex, yet how absolutely essential our work is in addressing the economic disempowerment of disadvantaged women and children and their communities through fair trade. At WEAVE, we tirelessly spend hours, days, weeks, months, and even years with our women partners on what we can accomplish together. We collectively design and plan appropriate investments that can help tap into potentials that have been buried under the burden of poverty. Thus, we work together to make those plans into reality and bring in results. 24 years back, that was in 1990, WEAVE was founded when the influx of ethnic refugees from southeastern Myanmar arrived in Thailand's border towns. And the intent then was to support the immediate humanitarian needs of refugees, women, and their children. Then it slowly shifted into building capacities of women to manage their own project so they can respond to women's public health, education, and income-generating issues. So, for example, we established strategic partnerships with various women's groups to reach out to the world's smallest citizens. And to date, we have supported more than 30,000 children, ages 3 to 5 years old, to have access to early learning and development in the 5 refugee camps, migrant communities in northern Thailand, and ethnic villages in rural Burma. We also support the empowerment of young refugee girls and women by facilitating access to community learning through women's study centers, where they learn women's issues and development, peace education, community development, and even leadership and management. And so far, more than 5,000 of them are now working to support various community-based organizations and represent women's voice. WEAVE's focus on women's economic empowerment stems from the fact that accessing fair and safe income is an ever-increasing concern for all women. Inability to access safe income heightens women's vulnerabilities and protection issues, particularly the refugees and disadvantaged. With a protracted refugee confinement, the cycle of dependency has perpetuated and left people with limited hope for the future. So, WEAVE's direct and tangible contribution of creating and developing economic initiatives and opportunities allowed women to have safe, home-based employment and met their immediate household needs, as well as increase their level of self-worth and confidence, to mention a few. Our Fair Trade Handicraft project have not only provided increased income power and household food security to over 10,000 women artisans, their children and families, but also strengthened community unity, as well as promoted their traditional ethnic designs and craftsmanship. The project has also provided safe and healing spaces for women survivors of domestic violence. Because while weaving, hand stitching, and doing embroidery, women are able to process their thoughts and feelings that led to increased concentration and focus and determination to move on. The stories of refugees and displaced persons will continue, and I am positive that it will be stories of hope for the future. We have high hopes at WEAVE that one day soon, when it is conducive and safe for them to return to Burma, that they will contribute in the rebuilding of their society and gain the rightful place as citizen of a country they can call their own. And yes, there are still many works to do to make our world a better place to live. And we know that our work is just a drop in the ocean, but we also know that we have to start from somewhere. And believing in the inherent capacity and power of women, we know that together we can make a difference. Kapkun ka.